All right, so now in this step, we're going to focus on drawing the locomotive trucks. And the trucks are right at 3 inches long. So block them out and kind of measure right at 1/2 inch high. And what you want to do is come about 3/8 and a little over 1/4, 3/4, a little over 1/4, 3/4, little over 1/4, and then what's left. So 3/8, little over 1/4, 3/4, little over 1/4, 3/4, little over 1/4, and then what's left. And we're basically making 3 boxes for the wheels and then connecting them with a frame. And then continue that 1/2 inch line. I keep getting asked, how do I draw locomotive trucks? And it's just like drawing the whole locomotive itself. You want to visualize the composition, the frame of, start with the outside of the truck itself, and then fill details into that box of the truck or the boxes of the wheels. And so you've kind of made this shape here, and then sort of draw down. You can kind of see you're making here. I'll even put the bottom on this so that you really can visualize. See, we're basically making these rectangles. This is where the wheel is going to go. What it is, there's just sort of stylish frame around it. And basically come up a little bit over 1/4 inch off the rail. Both trucks over here. And then, so there's just a little bit of a curve, but that's just kind of styling. Pretty much just straight lines. It's mainly just and then just these couple angles here, couple angles here. And then anytime you want, especially by this stage, it doesn't hurt to put the wheels in. So once you start to visualize that the wheels are in, the wheels are a little bit bigger than 1 inch, 1/2 inch circle. And then you actually use the 1/2 inch circle. And people ask, should I use a circle template? Of course, definitely you should, because you want the circles to be nice and round. Don't draw the wheels freehand. You want the trucks to be nice and round. If the trucks aren't nice and round, your eye will catch it. right about now is when we kind of start to put little details in. Just sort of connecting down here. But as you can see, pretty much 3/4 of what we were doing was getting that outer shape. And what we're doing here is we're getting, here actually what we'll do is we'll put this one more little kind of piece of styling, but it's on the inside. Kind of a little curve right here. And we can put the circles for the roller bearings. And there's a cylinder up here. And the middle wheel actually has a strut going up, so I always just sort of draw the outside wheels, the outside roller bearings. SD40s actually versus dash 2s have just the plain bearings on all three, the plain roller bearing. Kind of how that was actually, I've mentioned this I think once or twice before in some of these. That was really how I first, besides there's, you can start to see that the porches are definitely bigger on SD40-2s, but when you just see SD40s and SD40-2s together, one of several spotting features I started to see. There are a few exceptions, like Conrail has the basic SD40 truck under it. Many of its SD40-2s. And ultimately Norfolk Southern does, because Norfolk Southern has definitely the Conrail SD40-2s. Made it onto the Norfolk Southern fleet. So they have some of the Conrail. This truck's basically now done. And actually, seeing details like that is one of several ways that when you see a Norfolk Southern SD40-2 and it's got an SD40 truck, it's like, besides just the numbers and stuff, it's like, oh, that's a Conrail one. As I mentioned, in this case, this is a Southern one versus even a Norfolk and Western one where they both had high hoods. And Norfolk and Western even had some with the regular low hoods. Okay, let's put the fuel tank under this. Definitely has a fairly good sized fuel tank. And while we're at it, let's put the sand line. Okay, and so here, let's put the fuel gauge and there we go. Okay, and in the next step, we'll start to put the rest of the details so that we'll be ready to letter this locomotive. All right.